Trust me, they don't wanna know. I could go full beast mode. You really need some help. I really know myself. My happiness is sacred and I stay on that pursuit. Yeah, that's me, just me, it's me. That's all I'll be. Yeah. That's what I am. That's what I am. That's what I am.
Hello there, welcome back to the vlog. So today we wanted to just sit down and talk to you, update you on some things that are going on in our life that we haven't really talked about in a while, just because there hasn't been any updates, but now there is an update. So if you've been around on our channel for a while, you might already know this, but if you're new, you might not know. Kristin and I, we've been married for 4 years, and we've been trying to have a family. We've tried to have kids.
For about 2.
Yeah, for about 2 years now, and it hasn't came easy for us. In fact, in last November, end of November of 2016, we actually found out that Kristin was pregnant, but then we ended up having a miscarriage. It's human nature to want to be in control. We want to be in control of our lives, of our finances, of our relationships, and we want to be in control of our health. The hard thing to admit to ourselves is that there are some things that will always be out of our control. Realizing that you have no control over a situation can lead to a feeling of helplessness. But when faced with some of life's biggest challenges, you do have control. You have control over how you're going to respond to that challenge. Are you going to give up and let this challenge defeat you? Or are you going to step up and face it head on and learn from it, allowing this challenge that you've been given, allowing that to make you into a better person? We have a choice. We have the choice to see the good in every situation, to see the hope when others see none, to see the light in the darkness, to see the good in things. We have the choice to have an optimistic outlook on life, to see it as glass half full. When you apply that logic, when you apply that way of thinking to our pregnancy story, you will see that this is not the end of our pregnancy story. It's just the beginning.
It had taken us about a year at that point to get pregnant, and we finally did, and it was definitely really disappointing.
So it's one of those things where when we did have the miscarriage, I didn't get too discouraged. I know you were a little bit more discouraged than I was, but I just kind of saw it as more of a sign of maybe it's not the right time. But it's the point of us telling you this. The point of us sharing with you this information is back when we did have the miscarriage, and we really debated of whether or not we wanted to share it. We even debated whether or not we wanted to share the pregnancy announcement because, we just never know. And then we decided, on this YouTube channel, it's a daily vlog. It's what's happening in our life. And sure, I do teaching videos, teaching tips, and vegan meal videos, and I do that kind of stuff. But the daily vlog is actually what's happening. It's the real stuff that's happening. It's not, it's not just the fluff. It's not always the good. And so we're like, you know what? Somebody out there might get something from us sharing our story.
Yeah, you never know what someone's going through, and that's really the purpose of what we do. Is we want to help people by our experiences. And
we realized that when we started talking about it, we weren't alone. There was so many people that we knew personally that have had miscarriages, and I didn't even know about. And then so many people commented on the video and said, "Hey, I had one," or my someone I know had one, or I had two, and then I had twins, and it was very uplifting to hear everybody else's testimony about it. And once we both realized that, hey, it's not that it's pretty common. It made us feel a bit better about it, although it still really sucked. But you know, over the past year, getting so busy with YouTube and school and life, you know, I started personally asking myself some questions, like some hard questions, like, do I really want kids, or do I like the idea of having kids, or do I think I need to have kids because that's what you do, that's what society expects, you know? And you know, I've been wrestling with that question for quite some time.
Yeah, it's always good to reevaluate where you stand on things, and it's always challenging when you have two people involved. And you know, really where I stand on things is like, I just really feel that I've been having some signs and a lot of encouragement, people speaking to me that like, yes, this is something that I feel called to be a mom, and I feel like it's, you know, it's time to keep continuing to trying, even though it's not coming easy, just to keep putting that work in. That work in.
Yeah, I think I'm on the same boat now that I've asked myself that question. Like, I do think that I want kids. No, I know I want kids, but my thing is like, I'm happy. Like the thing that scares me isn't that I don't know that I'll be a good father or I won't like having kids. The thing that scares me a little bit is I like my life now, right? Like I'm very happy right now. Like I'm living out my dream. Like I'm a kindergarten teacher. I've got my own home. I feel really good about being a minimalist and our new vegan lifestyle. I feel just at peace right now with everything. And I've never been happier. I've never felt healthier. And I know when we have kids, it's going to change all of it. So, you know, and
it's going to be a new challenge.
It's almost like but the thing is for me, it's like, it's almost like that if it's not broke, don't fix it kind of thing. That's what kind of like, you know, like, oh man, I like my life so much right now. What happens if we have kids? And you know what I mean? Like, that's kind of where I'm coming from. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, I understand what you're saying. It's a good questions to ask. And, you know, really how every couple undertakes parenthood is different. And, you know, definitely our lives are going to change when we do have a kid, whether it's through adoption or whatever process that we end up going through. I think that we can still be true to ourselves. And if we keep ourselves as a couple, like, important in this relationship, we can enlist the help of, like, family members to give us a night off babysitting, or really, it takes a community to build a child. It takes a community to raise a child. So really utilizing those resources so we can keep our marriage and some of our mission priority.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that, I don't know. I pride myself in not just doing things because that's the way they're done, versus like, I want to make sure that what I'm doing is true to myself and my values and like what it is that I want to do. And so I do know in the bottom of my heart, even though I'm scared of the idea of maybe, like, I'm not a big fan of change. Like, I like getting into a routine, and once I find a routine that works for me and I'm happy with something, I like to keep doing it. But I know down in my heart of hearts that having children would elevate my happiness even more. It just makes me nervous because it's like, the whole idea of like, you know, like we want to go out to a movie, like right now, we can just go out to a movie. Like we could leave right now and go out to a movie. But when we have kids, it's like we got to find someone to babysit, and you know, like it's just a whole different world. And I know if you're watching this and you have kids, you're probably nodding your head the whole time.
I think really what's important that we are really taking away from this is in our life to do things because we feel it's right for us, not just because everybody else is doing it. So it's always good to reevaluate, see where we're standing, and you know, at this time it still speaks in our life that having kids somehow is a part of our life. So we're gonna keep plugging away. So I really gotta stop those euphemisms.
It's getting weird over here, but yeah, you know, I think it's just for me, I don't like to like dwell on the past, and so I try to like always just move forward with something, move forward. So it can be hard for me at times to like revisit the past, because it's like in my mind I put something aside. Once it's already happened and I've gone through it, I put it aside. You know, and I don't like to stress myself out. I deliberately, like, I intentionally live my life in a way to try to avoid stress. So like I think one of the things that we did last time that was not the right way was we were so stressed about like we put too much pressure on ourselves, and like we were like, okay, we're gonna try to get pregnant before this time, that way we can have hopefully have a baby over the summer, and like it's just not how it works, you know. And so I think I'm hopeful. Like there's some changes that I've made personally, like better diet, more exercise, and I guess it's a thing. Not leaving your phone in your pocket. I guess that's a thing. So I'm gonna stop doing that. So, just like trying to like do things that natural things. You know, I'm comfortable with giving it our best.
Absolutely. Why not give it our best shot?
But not being too like stressed and worried about it though.
Absolutely. At the same time, it's like it's a journey, and it's it's being in the present, right? So it's like being thankful for the time that we have, that it's just us. We've really enjoyed it. We've been really blessed that we've been married 4 years, been dating 7, and yeah, we've had a lot of fun. So really being thankful and present for that at this time, and it's okay to put some hope in the future that our journey will take us. Will continue to further us into another path, whichever path that will be. It's okay to look to the future, but be in the present.
So I think, yeah, I mean, we just wanted to kind of let you know, like, this is what we're doing. This is one of the things. We're not going to talk about it in every vlog because it's, you know, I don't want to stress out about it, but
we're not going to dwell on it.
We are trying to have children, and we're in the process of that, and we've looked into adoption. The frustrating part about that is it's a lot of adoption agencies really want you to foster first, and I'm not against fostering by any stretch of the means, but I've always had, you know, whenever I think about that, I think like, man, if we foster a child and then fall in love with that child and then they have to go back to their parent, like I don't know if I could handle that emotionally. So like, so we've been wrestling around with that idea, you know, as just in case. And it just kind of is what it is. But we wanted to keep you in the loop on what was going on as far as that's concerned, because, you know, this is our life, and good and the bad, the happy, the sad. So wanted to let you know that we're trying on this, and hopefully we can have a little baby in the vlog someday.
Right. We really enjoy Bear. Bear's our fur baby.
We want a real one though, so
that would be nice. So yeah, I mean, we like to try to keep you guys in our thoughts. We love that you share your experiences with us. If you could also keep us in our thoughts, because it's definitely a challenge that we're facing. But we're trying to enjoy the present, prepare for the future, and just enjoy the ride.
Okay, well, thank you for watching, and I'm going to keep all the teachers in my thoughts and prayers, because start of the school year is happening for many people. I know it's crazy, and if you need any help, anything like that, just make sure to comment, reach out to me on social media, whatever. I'm here to lend an ear. So find a gift,
share it with the world,
and remember,
you are worth it.
See you tomorrow.